Hey everyone, I went out a couple of weeks ago. There was a Jesse Marlow photo walk on in the afternoon put on by Leica and Camera Electronic. So I decided to go out and do street photography for the whole day. I've just found the time to sit down and go through these photos, so I figured I'd make a video about it as well, and you guys can just see what a day of photos looks like. It was pretty much a full day. I think it was from about 9 a.m. till 4 o'clock maybe. But yeah, anyway, let's go into the computer and have a look at these photos and see if there's anything I want to keep. And I'll make an edit of these photos as well, process them. Can't remember what I got, so I don't remember taking many of them. So let's just jump into it. All right, so I'm just going to cycle through first and pick any that I like and give them a 2-star rating, and then I will then go back through those. Some random warm-up shots, nothing that I like yet. Now this is an image that I taken a similar one before that didn't have any people in it, so I just wanted to try again while I was out and get something, a few different takes. I don't mind that one. Yeah, let's give that one there. I didn't really have anything in mind when I went out. I just decided I was going to go out for the day and take photos and then go to the Jesse Marlow photo walk thing in the afternoon. I was a bit overexposed. That one there's all right. So I was trying some reflection shots to see if I could get something there. Not much. I remember this guy in his briefcase. He was just a different sort of briefcase you don't see every day. So I remember following him for a while. Don't mind that one, and I don't mind that one with the 2 briefcases. Random architecture type of shot. So in here, sort of after the light, I think. I can't really remember what I was thinking when I was taking these. So these are showing up as black and white because I had the camera set to black and white. I was hoping one of these guys had been the light when they got there, but didn't happen. These ones have been shot from the hip, so they were a bit... The car, there's no light on her, so I'm just firing away early in the morning. Yeah, that one there. Nothing really happening. Some more random architecture shots. Nothing really going on there either. I'm on the lawn. I like that shot. I like that this guy had his coffee pot there, and this lady's got the coffee. That was about all. You can see from the previous shot, I'd spotted his coffee thing hanging off his bag already. No. That one there is boring. That one there, I don't mind. I'll probably have to crop. I'll probably crop that one in. I don't mind cropping to get what I was looking for in the time. So that's, I think, shadow motorbike. That one there. You can see here I took a wider shot and then I've come in and taken a couple of closer shots. So that's the shot there. Don't mind that. Going again with reflections. Goes in a past. Let's see how that one processes up at all. So this might have been the start of the Jesse Marlow photo walk thing. Yeah, I think it is. So it was shadows, but you couldn't have the object that was making the shadow be part of the shot or something. I don't know. I can't totally remember. Just trying to get cool shadows. Don't know what the fuck I was thinking there. This one here is not bad. Light and shadows coming off a building, and then the post. But I think I abandoned that thing fairly quickly, and then ended up standing in this spot trying to get myself, I don't mind that one, a photo there. Just lots of random things. And then I remember here just trying to get somebody's foot in the light with a slow shutter. There might be. And then again, I'm back in. So I was playing with the slow shutter and shadows, and then people walking through the light. I probably could have got closer to the ground in these. Knelt down or put the camera on the ground or something to get a bit of a better angle. And then I think the event ended. And then I'm back to shooting on the street again here. Not enough light on people. Don't mind that one. Lot going on in a lot of things. In a lot of times I go out in Perth, there's not much going on at all. Don't mind that one. The guy's got these markings on his arm. It's a bandage. There's bandage on his arm. So when it's black and white, it looks a bit different to that. Another random architectural shot. So that is all the photos I took. So then let's go back through these ones that I've picked now and see if I want to drop any out of this collection of 22 photos. So I took 272 photos and I've got 22 marked at the moment, and we'll go through and drop some of these out. That one, yeah, maybe. I like this one. Let me stay. So I'll change all these to 3 now. Ones that I like. I'll keep that one, play with it. That one I like. That one, probably not. That one, it was in total shadow, so there's no light highlighting anything, but I just like it as a photo, so I'll keep that one as well. This one here, I have 3 images. I think I like the first one the best. So make that one a 3, and then we'll keep those others there. think I like this one because I can see the faces on the other people. And then there's this man with the funky belt and the briefcase. Where this one here, I cut their heads off, which was deliberate at the time. They've got the briefcases, they're walking along. But there's not much more to it than that. And then this one here. No, so the first one, this one here I like. This one here, I think I'll crop it sort of there. So I'll keep that one as well. This one here is a bit of a throwaway shot. I just thought the ute looked cool in front of the building. Leave that one. One's a yes. This one here is probably not enough going on. If they were laughing or something, it would have been all right. This one here, I don't mind. That one's all right too. That one there I'll have a play with. I like the dress and everything in there. A very boring shoe. Just a black shoe of some description. I think I'll leave that one. This one here I like. I like the light on the dress and the shadow. That one there I'm not sure about actually. Let's throw that one in. This one here, bring up the shadows a bit. This one here, not so much. That one there I'm not sure on either. Let's put that one and that one in. If I wanted to be super picky, I would say I might keep one or two out of here if I wanted to be super picky. But I'm not going to be super picky, so I'm not picking these to go in anything in a zine, on my website, anything like that. With the way I seem to use social media nowadays, it won't even go on social media. I barely post anymore, but I do want to start posting more. I've just got to figure out where the best place for me is. I use photo a little bit. I use Instagram. I don't know what the best place is these days. I don't want to pay, or I think I pay a little bit for photo, but I don't want to pay for somewhere to do it. I do want to do more physical things, but these are basically a collection of images that I can come back later and pick from. So I can come back later when I'm looking at doing a zine or something and go through these images and be like, yep, okay, do these fit together? And are these what I'm looking for, and do they fit together, rather than picking bangers out as such, instead of picking if it's amazing, pick it. If it's not totally amazing, could be an award-winning image, chuck it in the bin. It's more getting these images together to see what might work in a collection, in a zine. It's more thinking about an edit that would go in a zine or a book or something like that than just a single image on social media. All right, so now they've all turned into color. So I use Adobe Camera Raw for my image editing. First thing I'm going to do is I want black and white, so I'm going to select all, and we're just going to use camera across. I will go into the curve, and I'm going to medium contrast on that, on all of them, and then go back into the light and adjust them individually from there. So this one here needs to have the highlights brought down, the shadows down. And I think everything else can stay where it is. Now this one here, overall exposure needs to be brought up a little bit. Take the highlights down a touch. Just need to see some detail in this man's shirt here. And then blacks, we do want some solid black in there. That looks good to me there. This one here again, I was a bit off on the exposure. Let's just bring that up. Let's bring that exposure up. But I want to bring the blacks down. Make sure the blacks are down. And that's alright, I think. So what I'll do on my images most of the time is do my adjustments and then I'll come back and I'll look at cropping. Let's have detail in the shirt. You also need that little bit of brightness there. This one here doesn't need much at all, really. So let's take the blacks down a little bit. Let's bring the highlights down. We can pull the whites up a bit. Too much on there. Okay, I know I'm going to crop a lot of this down. So what I'm looking at here, I'm ignoring this background area because my crop will probably be here. Something like that. So I'm more looking at this gentleman's face and their arms here. In saying that, I am going to pull the whites down, the highlights down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to push the exposure up a little bit. It doesn't matter to me if it's a little bit there, and then we'll drop the blacks down. Areas it should be totally black, like under the hat and things like that. That's fine. We'll leave that there. We can bring the shadows up. I might leave the shadows where they were. That's not too bad. This one here is not too bad either. I'm going to bring the highlights down a little bit. The whites are going to go up. So like a black board in shadow, you would expect to be black. You would expect it to be black in these areas. So to me, that's fine for them to be black. And this one here, now the tones on this are probably more artistic with. So like what I don't want to do is push the shadows right up and get that HDR look. I want that. I do like a crushed blacks type look. So you can, on this image, that's what I'm after. It's a pity the post wasn't lit up. We could mask that and brighten it up, which I might do. I'm trying to bring out. We go down. You bring out the speckles in the road. And it might be, once I do that, bring that up a little bit there. Instead of masking, I can probably use, what colour is that post? So that post is yellow. It's pretty much the only yellow thing in there. There's some yellow dots there. All right, let's browse and go into our black and white and see if any of these make the post pop out more. That one there. That one there, number 9 does it pretty well. Orange, the orange filter. So blue filter, no. Green filter, no. Yellow filter. The orange filter. Let's go with that. Okay. So without masking, I've used the orange filter to bring out the post more, which is what I was after. All right, that's a better way. This one here, I think we want to bring the highlights down so this here is not so bright. I can probably bring the exposure up a touch. And let's just bring the blacks down. I am going to mask this a little bit in one certain spot. Okay, I think that's where I want it. And what I'm going to do with this mask is I'm going to increase the feather. And let's zoom in to this part here. And we're just going to mask here. And where this gentleman's head is, I'll make sure that there is no mask on him. Okay. I'm going to put some feather there. Oops. Because I want it feathered off on here. Like so. And then just bring her face up slightly on the image. Bring it back there. Yep. Okay, with that. This one here. That's what I was after. I need to bring the highlights up and the whites up. I'll leave the exposure there. That's what I was after. It's like I was after a sort of ghostly sort of feel. I'm also going to put in some, it's been that long since I've used, where is, there we go, vignette. We're going to put a bit of vignetting on here. Lots of feather. Yeah, that's sort of what I was after there. Sometimes I'll take an image into Photoshop to finesse it a little bit and do vignettes that aren't, because the vignettes in this I can't move the center. This one here, I wish that car wasn't there. Wish the car wasn't there. It'd be much better if the car wasn't there. But let's see if I can. I like the haze that's coming from there, but I think that's too much. I'll just leave that like that. It might need a little straighten. That's too far. Just a slight straighten. Yeah. Alright. So now this one here, there's people in the background. There's not a heap going on. It's not awesome photo, but let's bring the shadows up a little bit. Take the shadow, the highlights down, but bring the brightness up. Bring the overall up. Highlights down. I'll probably take the shadows back down a little bit. Obviously, I was attracted to this lady, bag on her head. She's also on her phone. This guy's on his phone. And there was just other people in the frame. So, does it work? Does it not? I don't know. You tell me. Then this one here, getting the bandage on his arm. So I'm just going to play with the shadows, turn the shadows down. Play with the highlights. And then this one here, I'm not going to do much on at all. Maybe just pull the highlights. I don't want to go too much because then, like, his shirt here looks funny if you pull it down too much. It's a white shirt in the sunlight. It's going to be bright. You just don't want it overexposed, but it's nice to see. It's nice to see some of the texture in there, and that's it. All right, so now I'm going to go back to the start and work with the crops. This one here, I just want to just there like that. This one here. So all I don't like on this one is this little bit there. I'll just leave it. It's been way too picky. We could bring that up there like that. Let's just tiny small crop. This one here I should have taken a step closer. So I do want to keep the no parking sign where they're parked, emptying out. All this rubbish was coming out of the car. I think there was still 2 guys in the back seat throwing stuff out through the front seat as well. Oh, now I just pull it in there. That one there I like, as is. This one here, so that's the frame. That's the frame I was thinking of in my head when I saw this scene. That's the shot that I wanted. That one there is good how it is. This one here is good how it is. That one there is how it is. Now this one here I just wanted to check. Does it work? Yes. So this highlight here, I could take it into Photoshop and I could get rid of that in there, dodge and burn. I could burn that highlight down if I wanted to. I'm just going to be lazy and I'm just going to crop it out like that and get the foot more central. And then this one here was the other one that can work there. That one there I've already sort of done. This one here, I think I'll leave it. I think I'm going to leave that like that, give them some room to look into. Okay, so let's click on done. So I'm pretty happy with these. Need to get closer again. Start getting a bit closer. Some of these were taken from a bit far away. I haven't been out for a while, so a little bit rusty on it. Nothing amazing. Perth really doesn't offer much. I really like that one. I think I need to play with slow shutter stuff a bit more and maybe build a collection of these types of images. But I really like this one. So this is probably the main keeper from the day. This one's not too bad either. And some of these others are just my standard sort of photos that I take. What I get similar to what I get every time I'm out. They were just doing what they do every day is my goal for a lot of the time. Yeah, kind of happy with this. That one's not bad. I like this one too. So I would say my favourites for this session are this one, and this one. Yep. And I like that one too for some reason. I'm not completely sure, but there is a little bit going on there. Yeah. If I happen to post on Instagram, I've got something to post. But yeah, I like that one. But it's probably the best photo. It's not totally perfectly sharp. There is a little bit of movement in there, but I think it works with the style of photo that it is. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and I will probably make videos like this in the future, so make sure you subscribe. If you like watching my process, more videos to come. Aiming for one a month at this stage. All right. Thanks. See you.